Okay, good morning, good evening, what a time of day it is. And today I'm talking about me because I'm a transgender female. I did have my surgery done, yes. But the thing is, being transgender, yes, you have rights. And that's great, no. Thing is too, then you gotta deal with the R word, racism. Yes, racism, you know. Honestly, if I'm walking, sometimes I get on the public wall. Sometimes some people beat you up because of trance. That had happened to me with some nasty people. I had people say things like, dress like a man, like that, and saying things like that to me, get it? I have people laugh at me, think it funny. And it's no joke. It ain't no joke, I'll tell you that right now. There's those people on earth who are born in the wrong body, and they're the ones that transition. Like me, even when I was 7 years old, I felt that way, but I did say to Mom and Dad at the time, both gone now, they're both now in spirit, forever in my heart now, basically. They're in spirit in heaven now. But unfortunately, I said that to Mom and Dad at 7. I just want to be a woman. And Dad and Mom just sort of said, well, just sort of subbed it off. That's just, I don't know. And subbed it off. And then it turned around later on. And later on, I said to Mom again, I want to be a female about this from Mom's boyfriend. Mom's boyfriend said, well, Mom's a woman. I said, yeah, Mom said, well, Mom's boyfriend, well, you need all this training, I just saying to this and that, plumbing, blah, blah, blah. And it was like Mom's boyfriend, Joe, talked me out of it. At that point, that's my dad. Mom boy Joe taught me all of it, and that was back in the 70s. It was 76. I was only 16 years old when I said that again. Well, Mom's boyfriend taught me. So I had a CPRI, and I was trying to, not hiding it, of course. Didn't feel myself. I didn't feel like me. I didn't feel like I meant to be. I didn't feel like that at all. And then I was Mom used to drag me to church every Sunday during the daycare days. And I hated that, going to Anglican churches, back then, of course. And things like that. And, of course, I had teased people. I had kids at school. I was doing things at school I shouldn't be doing there and getting in trouble, not wanting to learn. I'd go in the classroom. Teacher would be sitting at the desk. I'd be sitting at my desk back then. I'd be not looking at a girl, but looking at man. But I was wanting and feeling that way, but feeling like horribly depressed, actually feeling horribly like I'm just not there. Like I want to, that would distract my learning ability. Then Mom put me in CPRI again, went back in and out of showed psych hospital, in and out. So I wasn't feeling that great being there. Then during my teenagehood, I was put back in CPRI, Cottage 21, it's Crombie too, then Cottage 21, many years. I don't know, much of my youth I spent there. And you know what, honestly, some of the things they'd done there were unbelievable, but I made friends, but they weren't. Just temporary. They're all gone their own ways now. I don't know where they've all been these days. Only the 2 of them I had ever come across and ran into now. Only 2 of them. And they were, I can tell you right off the bat, the 2 I ran into. I ran into Stephen Mitsley, all people, in London once. I ran into another person I knew Perry, he's a very wealthy, rich millionaire today. He bought into restaurant, he bought a couple of Wendy's franchises back in the day, you know, thinking he'd make, and no, he bought them and sold Wendy's franchises off. And then he bought McDonald's franchise up, and he owns McDonald's franchise, and he's been making millions, and he owns, but he ended up buying burger. He ended up buying up into a McDonald's franchise instead. Bought McDonald's franchise, made millions. I got filthy rich from that franchise. Then he bought another couple Wendy's, owned a few Wendy's restaurants here in London, Ontario. And he owns plus he owned all Wendy's out down 401. He made millions and millions of dollars off these restaurants alone, like, you know, basically. So, you know, I even been to his house if you. It's a huge, beautiful mansion in London, Ontario. It's huge, a 22-room mansion. It's big, you know. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. The other one around Stephen, he was like that too. He fully transitioned into a female, like I have done too, but he done it too a lot earlier than I started. But unfortunately, as you know, then I left and I started working pretty heavy jobs here and there, trying to fit into a male role. I did not feel comfortable in then. All through my adulthood and going to the 80s, I didn't feel comfortable. I was looking for a way. I started ripping, I tried to do other things, stupid things that tune I didn't think I cannot. I don't mention these on YouTube because I really don't want to say it. I've done stupid things in the past that cost me a lot of time. I think it actually got me excluded, got me inadmissible in the United States. That's how bad or stupid things I did, believe it or not, you know. And but I did manage, I did do recently I looked at this, I actually have looked online to see if immigration, you know, how the immigration law is right now, me and Corona-19 and that now, but back then it was like, my God. And then, okay, then finally I was feeling, even when I moved to Hamilton, still thought that miserable. And so I had people threaten me in London, Ontario, to a point where I had people want to pound the crap out of me because I was trans in London. I had people threaten me with death because I was trans. I mean, I was threatened, my life was even threatened in London, where I had to leave the city permanently, not come back, which I did. The worst part is London police always want to set you up, always not on your side. They're against you. They don't want, if you're on the street, they're against you. They will set you up to take a fall. They set you up to go to jail. I've been framed a couple times on that. I still can't, you know, prove it. I can prove every day, but yes, if I want to take I could, and that what happened there. So what happened was, I was framed and had to go in winter months. You put in jail everywhere. So and I keep in trial over and over again. Finally, I know the crook cops in London police were doing this, and I found out about it. You know what I did? I got smart. Here's what I did. That's when I decided to move to Hamilton. I did that, transferred down here, and stayed here. Been here ever since in Hamilton, Ontario. But then I waited to see if London police would come after me. Well, yeah, they come up. They said I was in the bank at 2 a.m. in the morning. They saw me. I was in the bank at I said I was in the bank around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I said robbed the bank at 2 o'clock in London, Ontario in the afternoon. Well, I'm sitting here in Hamilton at 2 o'clock that day in the afternoon. So they put a warrant out for, of course, they turned around. I was at a bank ATM machine 2 days earlier, about 9 o'clock in London, 2 days earlier at the 9 p.m. at an ATM to draw money. So So how could I be sorry for robbing a bank at 2 p.m. in the afternoon when I was there at about 2 p.m. the following day, when I was there at about 9 p.m. at night withdrawing money from ATM. So apparently I ended up going back to London. They ended up just taking me into custody. I went to court, had a lawyer, and I said to the lawyer, how could I do this when in Hamilton, Ontario? And I testified to the Honor, how could I do this for Gordon Hamilton? Say that to me. If I was there at 9 o'clock the night, 5 days earlier. Wow. Think about it. And finally, the case went, round and round. A strange crooked cops that had done me on other charges in London were a crooked cop. They got trumped me up on charges. They got pretty trumped up charges, of course, and put me in jail all the time. Well, this time, the judge called recess or sat and wait, and finally came back. Court case. What happened then? It came back to the. It came back, and when it came back, guess what? Judge reviewing the case, and it said, charge of bank robbery is cannot. It said are innocent of the charge, that the charge was withdrawn. That I was innocent. I didn't do the charge. Unfortunately, the cops got a lot of shit because they busted the wrong guy for it, busted the wrong person, too. So then that may be inadmissible right there in the United States at that point, too, and that under my old name, of course, now. So at the time went on, okay. And then I went back to Hamilton. Now feeling totally uncomfortable in my life, and I was trying to go through day to day. We've been trying to get things done. I felt uncomfortable at the time, So basically, for years I feel depressed. Like if I got nothing to look forward to, and I was feeling miserable the whole time. I went to one psychiatrist. They gave me antidepressant and stuff, and that went fine. That wasn't burden, and it wasn't too good. I didn't feel it. So then I thought, then I was looking online to see if any psychiatrists that I see down in St. Catherine, in other city, looked in Toronto. Couldn't find anybody who would really deal. And then I found out down at St. Catherine General in St. Catharines, Ontario, a psychiatrist there, called Dr. Little, Mr. Little was another psychiatrist, who went down to St. Catharines, went to Dr. Little's office in St. Catharines. I sat down and discussed how I felt and stuff like that, and vice versa. And then the psychiatrist said to me, honestly, and he identified right there, gender dysphoria, identified with gender identity disorder, not why you feel that way, gender identity disorder. And he said, I recommend you to right away to see Dr. Mazzarello and say over at Crescent Health. So I set an appointment at that point, see Mazzarello, which I did. And sure enough, gender identity disorder, yes. I would put on hormone, estrogen, prolactin, things like that. Then I started feeling better. I started feeling like myself finally. And then I started to transition. As I transitioned through it, 10 years of doing it, and almost 15 years in now. How do you even know different I was even meant? And I've changed my name to Seri. When I changed my name to Seri, here's something that Richard, since I had no more, since I've been spotless, without a criminal record many years, of course, now without a hits, good behavior. Well, apparently what happened with Register General, they made a little boo-boo up in Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay's a racist hotbed anyway, so my native people, non-native, and trans people too. So I'm sort of, okay, well, you know what, I realized they asked for a criminal record on my CPIC file, which I gave it to them up in Thunder Bay. They looked at it. Then they left it attached to my old name. They left that file attached onto my old names. Stuart Jackson had left there with that at the time. So when they put a birth certificate out with a gender marker and they changed the name on there, and the gender marker F at the time, guess what? Here's what happened. What happened then was this. They had a gender marker changed to F. My name got changed to Sari, of course. And at the same time, and then 2 years back, across the J Treaty Parade, they pulled me aside and they ran my name through Homeland Security to come back, with the inadmissibility issue. And they said to me, you can see inadmissibility, saw the old record there, didn't all that, but they didn't. But also, when I looked on immigration case numbers, are always going to start with the U.S. immigration case numbers, always start with A and L, A and Z, rather, and the number. That's how they all start, right? And the name of the accused is linked with the immigration case number. So it's that linked with the name accused, but the birth date and that is not linked at all. So if I went across the border now, that would not even going to come up. If they run my name for criminal record now, I'm serious, nothing will come up now. And actually, what happened there, what Register General did is they didn't transfer the criminal record to my new name, which is great, another aspect, but they did that a favor. They actually helped me in one way. And I checked in a little bit recently, found out that they were done as a favor and not as, they sort of did it as, somebody, off Register saw that and they looked at it and they said, well, they sort of realized that if I applied for a pardon and all that, applied for full pardon, it would not, take a lot of money to do it. So they realized that I looked at it, hadn't done anything for many years, and have a spotless record for many years. So they decided, well, let's do her a favor. Let's just do Sarah a little favor here. Let's not just transfer a record over. We can do that and save her the embarrassment of having a criminal record or tag her all the time, which they did. When that happened, I don't even have a criminal record now. Figure this one out, because the Register General made up, because they didn't do that. I'm glad they didn't do it because, Ontario Register General, I'm glad they didn't do that Thunder Bay because, on the system, because now I don't have a criminal record anymore, so that's great. I don't have that criminal record now, because that did me a favor. So I can cross the border and have it go through normal routines and say, well, and they check my passport. It ain't going to come up on my passport either. Because, and it ain't going to come up my passport. It ain't going to come up my ID. Birth date will come up, but not that. They can probably, do so, but also they cannot even see it. Wouldn't even see it on their system. Because their system is the name is linked to a case number. The case number is linked to that name and to a fingerprint. So, and because it is linked to a fingerprint, you know what that means? Because it's linked to a fingerprint, you know. What that means are two things. You know what that is? What that means, a link integration case number is linked to a linked on to what, not on the bird. It's actually U.S. is linked with your with a criminal record. They also linked with a few other things. It's basically linked on the internet there on the server. So I looked at it. As a matter of fact, you know how I found that out, because I went on my desktop and actually I did a no-no, like, you know, thinking there. I did a hide IP. I did a hide IP on there, so I can't see who's doing it. So I went and maybe I did a hack the U.S. Custom computer. Basically, what I did is I got in U.S. Custom integration computer, and I looked at my own self. What makes you inadmissible in the United States? Looked at information up. I looked at integration case number and that. They want to know who accessing. I said U.S. Department of Internal Affairs. You know, basically, yeah. So I did that. Actually, I knew a circuit court judge in the U.S. So I phoned Judge Roberts up in state. Who lived in Avona. Lived in the city of Avona, New York. Savona, New York. So I phoned him up and I said to him, "Well, Mr. Could you find information out for me?" And that, yeah. Well, he found out information. He found out information, all that. When he found out information there, he found out information. And you know what happened was, when he did, he got it to me, and it was, I didn't hack it. How do it look for me? I found out, yeah, that it is in, yeah, but he told me what it is. Told me the case number is linked to your name, but not to your birth date, anything like that. And the place, and also linked with your actual birth certificate, that is, but not to the town you're born in, but not to the town you're born in, and not to your birth date or town you're born in, basically. So basically, you know how that works is the name have to match the case number on file by immigration court judge to validate the warrant. If the name don't match, if the name don't match the case number on the file, the warrant is invalid, basically, not valid, not inadmissibility issue, invalid. I mean, not invalid. That means not, being not a that you, for example, so invalid, so you don't have to so that's how the border. So when before an old name, I put my name in the computer at the border, bang, up comes the information because it's a valid case number attached to the name. Now, my new name does not have that attached to it. It's attached there at border of old name. So, if you go a new name, they're not going to see that at all. It might, they see nothing. Anyway, so, hopefully, that's why I feel a good safer. Things should go smooth at the border when I cross on the 20. If the border's open. If not, and I'm gonna have to cancel my trip altogether. Anyway, so and postpone it to next year probably now. Anyway, it's only if, you know. Anyway, so now here's what I'm saying now. By racist and being LTBQ, even though I got across, I mean, I counted even states are not so much in New York State racism-wise. I hadn't really counted too much. A little bit here and there. And racism-wise, being LGBTQ, but being LGBTQ is great. I feel 100% better. Of course, now I have my surgery done. I feel like a real human being here. I don't even feel depressed. I'm happy. Of course, I had lack of education, sort of, you know, still plays a part, but now I don't feel depressed. I'm happy. I'm terrific. And you know what else? I feel terrific. I feel terrific. I truly do, you know. And that's the beauty about being transgender is I can wear now what I feel like wearing. I can dress nice. I can put nice clothing on. I can look nice. I can have the freedom now of just being a female, but also going into a place and being treated as a female. But I'm passing as a female public, but still, I walk out like this in public, I don't pass as a woman too well. I put my wig on, I pass 100% female. Easy. So, anyways, I'm going to say blog over, and hope you enjoy this blog, and I give you interesting what I encountered of being female. Blog over.